We are going to start the next chapter, chapter 4 of class 9th mathematics. It is linear equations in two variables. So first is the definition of what a linear equation in two variable is. We know that the linear equation means its degree is 1 and there are two variables now. So if we start with the definition of linear equation in one variable, we know it is ax plus b. This is a polynomial and this is the equation. So this part we are saying this is the polynomial of degree 1, linear polynomial in one variable. When we equate it equal to 0, it becomes an equation. So we are saying this is an equation, linear equation in one variable. So what is the solution of this equation? Solution means we are trying to find those values of x. We are saying those values of x for which ax plus b is equal to 0. That is the only solution or the roots of the equation. We are talking about solution when the word solution or roots of the equation is used. It means we are talking about those values of x for which this value is satisfied. So what if we try to solve this equation? We get ax plus b is equal to 0. We subtract b from both sides. What we get is ax is equal to minus b. We divide with a on both sides. So what we get is x is equal to minus b by a and a is not equal to 0. This is the condition we have over here, that a is not equal to 0. Only then it will be a linear equation in one variable. Otherwise it will become a constant and we cannot, if it is 0 then it means b is equal to 0. Similarly, the linear equation in two variable means we are talking about ax plus by plus c is equal to 0. Now there are two variables over here. One variable is x and second variable is y, and these a, b and c, these are the constant terms. So some examples are given over here. If we are talking about 2x plus 3y minus 12 is equal to 0, this is a linear equation in two variables. 4x minus y plus 5 is equal to 0. This is also a linear equation in one variable. Then the next equation we have it is square root 2x minus 3y minus 9 is equal to 0. This is also a linear equation in two variables. So these are some examples we have listed over here which are linear equations in two variables. So what we see from this, that the value of a, b and c, they are basically the real numbers that is mentioned over here, and we are saying a and b are not equal to 0. Now next we have a question over here that the equations are given to us and we have to write them in the form of ax plus by plus c, and we have to tell the values of a, b and c. These are the equations that are given to us and we have to write them in this form. So first is 3 is equal to 2x minus 2x plus y. So basically we are talking about it is 2x plus y minus 3 is equal to 0. So when we compare it with ax plus by plus c is equal to 0, so what we get, value of a is 2, value of b is 1 and value of c is minus 3. Basically it is 1 over here, so it is 1, and value of c it is minus 3. Similarly, in the next question, it is 3x minus 8 is equal to 5y. So we can write it like 3x minus 5y minus 8 is equal to 0. So what is the value of a over here? The value of a is 3, value of b is minus 5 and value of c is minus 8. Now in the next question we have it is x is equal to 4y. So this means we are talking about x minus 4y and it is 0 over here. The constant term is 0 over here. You can write it like this. So what we get is equal to 1. Then we have b is equal to minus 4, and the value of c we have it is 0 over here. Now in the next part it is x by 3 minus y by 2 minus 5 is equal to 0. So we can write it like 1 by 3x minus 1 by 2 5 minus 5 is equal to 0. So what we get is equal to, you can write 1 by 2, b is 1 by 3, b is minus 1 by 2, and c is minus 5. Or what we have done over here, we have taken the LCM at this point. For this equation we are saying we have taken the LCM. The LCM will be 6 and the equation will become 2x minus 3y minus 30 is equal to 0. We multiply with 6 on both sides, we get 2x minus 3y minus 30 is equal to 0. So the answers we have mentioned over here are corresponding to this term. It is 2, a is 2, b is minus 3, and c is minus 30. So both these answers, these are correct. If you are writing it is 1 by 3 minus 1 by 2 and minus 5, this is also correct. If we are writing this 2 minus 3 and minus 30, this is also correct answer. Now in the next equation we have it is 4y minus 3 is equal to root 2x. So what we get is root 2x minus 4y plus 3 is equal to 0, or you can write it like minus root 2x plus 4y minus 3 is equal to 0. If you are writing the equation in this form, the value of a is root 2, b is minus 4, c is 3. If we are writing it in this form, it is a is minus root 2, b is 4, and c is minus 3. So what we see from these examples is that it is not like this that value of a, b, c are same, or we are saying they are fixed. So they can vary how we are writing the equation, in which form we are writing the equation. Now in the next part it is pi x plus y is equal to 6. We shift the 6 on this side, so we get it is pi x plus y minus 6 is equal to 0. So what is the value of a, b, c over here? A is pi, b we have is 1 because it is basically 1 over here, 1 into y, and the constant term it is minus 6. Next we are talking about the solution of the linear equation. So if the linear equation in two variable is given to x, ax plus by plus c is equal to 0. So solution of this equation means we are talking about the number, say x is equal to alpha and y is equal to beta. When we put in this equation, what we get it is, in place of x we are writing it is alpha, in place of y we are writing it is beta, and if after substituting these values the final answer is 0, then we say that alpha and beta, alpha and not alpha and beta, it is alpha comma beta, it is the solution of this equation. This is like the ordered pair. Ordered pair, we know that these values, ordered pair means these values are the position of these values, the position is fixed, that alpha is representing the value of x and beta is representing the value of y. This thing is fixed in this particular case. Similarly, we have an example over here. What we have to do is, the question is, show that x is equal to 3 and y is equal to 2 is a solution of the equation this. So what we have to do is, it means if we substitute, what we have to prove is that if we put x is equal to 3 and y is equal to 2 in this equation, then the answer will be 12. So we are showing this thing that it is 2 into 3, in place of x we are writing it is 3. Next we have plus 3 into y is 2. So we have substituted this 2 over here. So what is the value over here? This is 3 to the 6, and the next value it is 3 to the 6, and the answer we are getting it is 12. So we are saying that 3 comma 2 is a solution of this equation. Now another way of doing this is that we are saying it is 2x plus 3y minus 12 is equal to 0. We put the values over here. It is 2 into 3 plus 3 into 2 minus 12 is equal to 0. So we are saying this equation is satisfied. You can use either of these methods. You calculate the value and show that this is, we are saying we are considering the left hand side, and that is equal to the right hand side. Second thing you can do, you can just put the values and you show that this equation is satisfied. So both of these conditions, these procedure, these are correct. You can use any of these. So what we are saying over here, that 3 comma 2, ordered pair 3 comma 2 is a solution of the equation 2x plus 3y is equal to 12. Now the next is we are given some numbers 2 comma 0, 0 comma minus 2, and next two numbers, and we have to check whether they are the solution of this equation, the given equation, or this equation is given to us, and we have to check whether these are the solution of these equations or not. So first we substitute the first point in this. We are talking about 2 comma 0. So when we put 2 comma 0, we are saying 2 minus 2 into 0. It should satisfy this. We are saying it should satisfy this. So in place of writing it like this, what we are doing, we are saying LHS is equal to this. After substituting, x is equal to 2 and y is equal to 0. Why we are substituting this? Because it is ordered pair 2 comma 0 is given up to us, that we are checking whether this is the solution of this equation or not. So the answer you will get it is 2, which is not equal to RHS. It means this is not a solution. Now in the next part, the number given to us is 0 comma minus 2. So again we consider LHS with x is equal to 0 and y is equal to minus 2. So when you substitute values over here, it is 0 minus 2 into minus 2. Answer is 4, which is equal to RHS. It means this second part, this is the solution of, first part is not the solution, second part is this point 0 comma minus 2 is the solution of this equation. Now in the third part, we have the points 4 root 2 comma square root 2. So when we are talking about this point, we substitute the value in. We are writing LHS is equal to 4 square root 2 minus 2 into square root of 2. So the answer you will get it is 2 into square root of 2. Why? The square root 2 is common. We are left with 4 minus 2, and 4 minus 2 is 2. So this answer is not equal to RHS. So this is not the solution. It means the ordered pair 4 root 2 comma root 2 is not the solution of this linear equation. Now in the last part, it is we have to check for 4 comma 0. So we consider LHS is equal to 4 minus 2 into 0. The answer is 4, which is equal to right hand side of this equation. So we are saying that the ordered pair 4 comma 0 is a solution of x minus 2y is equal to 4. So what we see from this is that a linear equation in two variable can have more than one solution is possible, and we will see further that in most of the cases it will have more than one solution. So the same thing is mentioned over here as a result, that a linear equation in two variable has infinitely many solutions. Now we have a question over here. Based on this, we are saying this equation is given to us, that is x plus 2y is equal to 6, and we want to find 6 different solutions for this equation. So what we mean to say by 6 different solutions means we want to find 6 different pairs of x and y which satisfy this equation. So if suppose I fix the value of x as 0, suppose I am saying I am fixing the value of x as 0, then the value of y I will get it is, I will substitute x is equal to 0. I am writing x is equal to 0 I have fixed, so the answer I will get it is 0 plus 2y is equal to 6. So the value of y I am getting it is 6 by 2 is equal to 3. So the value of y I am getting it is 3. Now suppose in the next step we are fixing y is equal to 0. So what we have done, we are writing y is equal to 0. So what I will get, x plus 2 into 0 is equal to 6. So the value of x I will get it is 6. So the value of x I have obtained it is 6. So what we are saying, this point is satisfying this equation. Next, this point is satisfying this equation. Similarly, you fix any value over here. Suppose I am fixing the value of x as 10. What I will get? I am writing x as 10. So I will get 10 plus 2y is equal to 6. Subtract 10 from both sides. We get 2y is equal to 6 minus 10 is equal to minus 4. So value of y I will get it is minus 2. So I can substitute any value of x over here, and corresponding to that I will get the value of y. So you can likewise you can put different values. We have shown over here, you can put 2, 4, 6, minus 2, minus 4, minus 6, and corresponding to these values you are getting the values of y as 2, 1, 0, 4, 5 and 6. The procedure is same. How we have solved over here, we have just calculated the value of x. We are saying it is x plus 2y equal to 6. So what we are saying over here, we calculate the value of x. We are saying x is equal, we are calculating the value of y. So we are saying y is equal to 1 by 2 into 6 minus x. So we have substituted different values of x and we have obtained different values of y on substituting different values of x. In place of this, what you can do is you can write the value of x over here. You can write x is equal to 6 minus 2y. Put different values of y in this and obtain different values of x from here. So it is up to you that how you want to calculate these values. Now in the next question it is given, if x is equal to 2 and y is equal to 1 is a solution of the equation 2x plus 3y is equal to k, then we have to find the value of k. So is a solution means that these values will satisfy this equation. It means what is given to us, it is 2 into 2 plus 3 into 1. This 2 is coming from the value of x and this 1 is coming from the value of y, and it is satisfying this equation means this value is equal to k. So we are getting 4 plus 3 is equal to k. So we get k is equal to 7. Now next we have is, if x is equal to 2k minus 1 and y is equal to k is a solution of this equation, then find the value of k. Again similar question is there. This is the value of x is given, value of y is given. We substitute these values over here. In place of x we are writing this, in place of y we are writing k. So what we get is 3 is already there. We are writing in place of x it is 2k minus 1 minus 5 into y. In place of y we are writing k minus 7 is equal to 0 is given to us because is a solution is given to us. So when you will solve this value, you will get it is 6k minus 3 minus 5k minus 7 is equal to 0. So you will get k is equal to 10. Now next thing we have is we have to draw the graph of a linear equation in two variables. So basically we are saying we have to find the solution of linear equations graphically. So what is the procedure over here? We are saying if the equation given is ax plus by is equal to c, it is linear equation in two variable means a and b they are not equal to 0. So first thing we have to do, we will express y in terms of x. So it is y is equal to minus 1 by b into ax plus c. When you will write this equation, this is minus by is equal to ax plus c. So this gives us y is equal to minus 1 by b into ax plus c. Now next step, what you will do, for some values of x, suppose we are saying we put x is equal to 0, we put x is equal to minus 1, x is equal to 1, x is equal to minus 2, x is equal to 2. So corresponding to these values, you will get the values of y. So if suppose I am putting x is equal to 0, I will get minus c by d. Similarly, you will get another value of y, you will get another value of y over here. Now write these points as 0 comma minus c by b, next point as minus 1 comma something, and so on. Then what we have to do is, you can keep in mind that you must plot at least 3 points. At least 3 points you must find, although 2 are sufficient, but 3 will help you a lot to check whether your answers are correct or not. So next thing you have to do is, you have to plot the graph on the graph paper. Plot these points on that graph. It is 0 comma minus c by 2, some point over here, some here. Basically these will be in a straight line, these points will not be like this, so these points will be a straight line. Now join these points and extend these lines in both directions, so that will be the line we will have as the solution of this equation, or we are saying this is a graphical representation of the linear equation in 2 variables. So solution, when we are using the word solution, it means all the points lying on this line, they are the solution of this linear equation. Now in the next question, it is being asked, draw the graph of the equation 2x minus y plus 3 is equal to 0, and using the graph find the value of y when x is equal to 2 and x is equal to minus 3. So first step we are going to do is, we are going to write this equation. It is 2x minus y plus 3 is equal to 0. We can write it like 2x plus 3 is equal to y. So we get y is equal to 2x plus 3. Now we substitute some values of x in this. Suppose we are substituting x is equal to 0. So you will get y is equal to 2 into 0 plus 3, that is equal to 3. Next, suppose I am substituting x is equal to minus 1. So I will get y is equal to 2 into minus 1 plus 3. So this is minus 2 plus 3, it is equal to 1. And the third value, suppose I am substituting, it is x is equal to 1. So I will get y is equal to 2 into 1 plus 3, that is equal to 5. So you must find or plot these 3 points, at least 3 points should be there. Why, we will see in this question, that what is the reason behind this. So next thing we have to do is, we have to plot the graph. So on the graph paper, you just draw the axis, now the points, and then you will draw the axis, then you will mark the points. Then the next step we have to do is, we are saying we have to write these points. So the first point will correspond to the ordered pair. This is the ordered pair 0 comma 3. Next is the minus 1 comma 1, and third is the 1 comma 5. So the points we have is 0 comma 3. 0 comma 3 means the x coordinate is 0 and y value is 3. It means it will lie on the y axis at this point over here. This is 0 comma 3 we are saying. Next it is 1 comma 5. This is 1 on x, and we will have some 5 over here on this y axis. We have shown these points in this graph. This point A, that is basically representing the point 0 comma 3. When we are talking about the point B, we are saying that is representing the point 1 comma 5. Now from these 2 points only you can join these 2 points and draw the line over here. From when, if we are talking about these terms, we are saying you can join A and B and you can extend it to obtain this line. Then why we require the third point is, if suppose we have made some mistake in these calculation, we will get the line in this case. But now if we have considered the third point also, suppose I am saying it is 1, the point over here it is say minus 1 comma 1 we have also plotted. So minus 1 comma 1 is point over here, this is D, this is minus 1 comma 1. Suppose in place of 1 comma 5 I have made the calculation and I have obtained the point as 1 comma 4. So that point will not lie over here, that will lie somewhere over here. This is the point 1 comma 4. Now what will happen? We will have 3 points. One is this, and the next point you will what basic problem you will get, if this is the point, this is the point, and this is the point, suppose this is the line to be drawn. If one of these points is incorrect, if suppose this point is, we have made the error in the calculation and we get this point is over here, then we will not get the straight line. So we will come to know that we have made some error in our calculation. So it is better to use more than 2 points. You can use 3 points or 4 points, then you will be able to find the fallacy in your calculation. If you have conducted some error, you will be able to find that error. Now you will obtain this straight line, you will join these points and you will obtain this straight line. The next thing we have to do is we have to find the value of y when x is equal to 2 and x is equal to minus 3 using this graph. So corresponding to x is equal to 2, this point P is there. So we are drawing a perpendicular like this and we obtain that it cuts at this point. We draw a perpendicular over here and we see corresponding value of y is 7. Similarly, when x is equal to minus 3, we have drawn the line like this and we obtain that this point is minus 3. You can also calculate these values directly from the formula we have, that y is equal to 2x plus 3. So if you will substitute in place of x, you are substituting 2, so you will get y is equal to 2 into 2 plus 3, so it is 4 plus 3 is equal to 7, which is this point we are obtaining. So but we have to use the graph, so we have shown that how we can use the graph to find these points. Now in the next question we have draw the graph of equation 2x plus 3y is equal to 11, and from your graph find the value of y when x is equal to 7 and x is equal to minus 8. So again the same steps are there. First of all we are writing the value of y. So 2x plus 3y equal to 11. This implies us 3y is equal to 11 minus 2x. So the value of y we will get, it is 1 by 3 times 11 minus 2x. So now next thing we have to do is we have to substitute some points over here. Suppose I am substituting the value of x as 0. I am substituting the value of x as 0. The value of y I will get, it is 11 by 3, and it is difficult to calculate the exact value and plot it on the graph. So we try to find some values for which we get the values of y as some integers. We are more interested in those values for which x and y they are the integers. So what we are going to do over here, suppose I am saying I put x is equal to 1. So what is the value of y I will obtain is 11 minus 2, that is equal to 9 by 3, that is equal to 3. Next, suppose I put x is equal to 4 in this, I will get y is equal to 1 by 3 into 11 minus 2 into 4. So what kind of values we are substituting over here? We are looking at this term, we are getting 9 in this case. We are looking at this term, this is 8, and 11 minus 8 will be 3. So the answer will be 3 by 3 is equal to 1. So we are getting the value in this form, that it is 1 over here. For x is equal to 4, suppose we put x is equal to 2, again we will get some fractional number over here, it will not be an integer. And next value, suppose we are talking about, we substitute x is equal to minus 2, so the y we are getting, it is 11 minus 2 into minus 2, so it is 1 by 3 into 11 plus 4, so it is 1 by 3 into 15, that is equal to 5. So the points now we have to draw, they are 1 comma 3, 4 comma 1 and minus 2 comma 5. So we have plotted the graph over here and we have shown how, where these points will lie. So these points are lying over here. This is the point A, we are saying the point A means we are talking about 1 by 3. So basically we require more points over here. So this half interval we are saying, this is 1, this is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The half of the box that we have, we are considering it as the unit length. Similarly, in this direction it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The half units we are considering in this direction also. Now what we have to find is, we have to find corresponding to x is equal to 7. We see x is equal to 7 will lie over here. This is x is equal to 7. And corresponding value of y we are getting, it is, if we draw the perpendicular over here, we will see that corresponding value of y we are getting, it is minus 1. Similarly, for x is equal to minus 8, x is equal to minus 8 is point somewhere over here. We are saying this point q is x is equal to minus 8. We draw the perpendicular in this direction. It will cut at this point. We draw the perpendicular in this direction. So what we get is, this is the point we are saying it is 9. So corresponding to x is equal to minus 8, y is equal to 9, and this is what we have to find. Now in the next question, we have the given equation is 2x plus 3y is equal to 6, and we have to plot the graph and we have to find the value at x is equal to 3 by 2 and x is equal to minus 3. So again, what we are going to do is, first of all we have to write the value of y in terms of x. So we are having 2x plus 3y equal to 6. So we get 3y is equal to 6 minus 2x. So this gives us y is equal to 1 by 3 into 6 minus 2x. Now we require some values over here so that they are the multiples of 3. So for multiple of 3 we are saying, suppose we put x is equal to 0, we get y is equal to 1 by 3 into 6, that is equal to 2. Next, suppose I am substituting, say x is equal to 3, so I will get y is equal to 1 by 3 into 6 minus 6, that is equal to 0. And the third value, suppose I am substituting, it is, say x is equal to 6. So what I will get, it is y is equal to 1 by 3 into 6 minus 6 into 6. So this is equal to 1 by 3 into 2 into 6 into 6 minus 12. So this is equal to 1 by 3 into minus 6, that is equal to minus 2. So the points we have over here, it is 0, 2, 3, 0 and 6, minus 2. We plot these points on the graph. So we have plotted, we have shown how we can point these. This is 0, 2. This point B, it lies on the x-axis, it is 0, 2. Then this point, it is 3, 0. The point A we have, it is 3, 0. And the next point we have, it is 6, minus 2. We are talking about the value of x is, sorry, this E is not this point. So we are saying this is C point is there, which is 6, this is the point x is equal to 6. Again, this half intervals we have considered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This half of the larger box we have considered as 1 unit. So we are getting the answer as, this is the point x is equal to 6 and this C is the point 6, minus 2. Next we have to find the value of y for x is equal to 3 by 2. So 3 by 2 we know it is 1.5. So 1.5 means if this is the interval we are talking about 1 to 2, then midpoint of this is the 1.5. Between 1 and 2, the midpoint of 1 and 2, that will be the 1.5. So this is our point 1 and this is point 2, and the midpoint of both of these, this represent x is equal to 1.5. We draw the perpendicular from this, we draw the perpendicular over here, and we obtain this point D, and this point D will then become, we obtain it is equal to 1. So value of y we have, it is equal to 1 over here. Similarly for x is equal to minus 3, this is the point Q, x is equal to minus 3 we are saying. Corresponding to this we get the point y. When we draw the perpendicular from this point, we are getting this point over here, and we will find the value of y from this graph. These are calculations, these are mentioned over here. Now in the next question it is given that a taxi charge rupees 20 for the first kilometer. You suppose we have taken the taxi from point A. This is the first kilometer we are talking about. For the first kilometer it is charging rupees 20, and after that for subsequent distance covered it is charging rupees 12 per kilometer. For the next it is 12, for the next it is 12, for the next it is 12 for the subsequent kilometer. Taking the total distance covered as x kilometer, the total distance suppose we have covered, it is x kilometers, and total fare rupees y. The total fare that we have given for this is rupees y. Write a linear equation depicting the relation between x and y. We have to write the linear equation over here. So what we mean to say is, suppose the total distance is x. So how we are going to calculate the fare is that first is we are talking about the total fare is y. For the first kilometer it is 20. For the next kilometer it is 12. For the next it is 12. At how many kilometers we have moved? We have moved x kilometers. This 1 kilometer is there, then this is second, this is third, so 12, and up to which term total is x. For the first kilometer it is 20, so what we are left over here, it is x minus 1 times. Why? For the first kilometer it is 20, for the next it is 12, for the next it is 12, for the next it is 12. So if we have suppose moved 4 kilometer, so how many times 12 is added? 3 times. So we are saying the equation we have, it is y is equal to 20 plus 12 into x minus 1. Why x minus 1? Because first kilometer is 20 and rest all the terms they are at the rate of 12 rupees 12 per kilometer. So this is our required equation. This is our required equation. Now the next thing we have to do is draw the graph between x and y. So to plot the graph between x and y, what we are going to do, we have already have the value of y. So what we have done over here, we have calculated the values of y corresponding to values of x. So for x is equal to 1, we obtain y is equal to 20. For x is equal to 6, we will obtain y is equal to 80. For x is equal to 10, it is 128. For 15, it is 188. So this is the table we have drawn. So basically the points are 1, 20, 6, 80, 10, 128, and 15, 188. So we have to plot the graph. So on the graph paper we have plotted all these points. So what is the scale over here? It is important to mention over here that one small division on the x-axis, it represents 1 kilometer, and one small division on the y-axis, it represents rupees 8. And how we have marked these points, this is in kilometers, we are saying 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. We are moving the distance in this way. then this is the fare that is changing. So this thing that we have written over here, this is called scale, and it is important to mention the scale of the graph when we are solving these kind of questions. So we have plotted the points we have there: 1, 20, 6, 80, 10, 128, 15, 188, and we have plotted these points on this graph. Now the next thing we have to do is, from the graph we have to find the charge for covering 12 kilometers and 20 kilometers. So for 12 kilometer we have marked this point P over here. This point P we have marked, and for 20 kilometers we have marked this point Q over here. And corresponding to these points, we draw the perpendiculars over here, and we find corresponding values on the y-axis, and the values obtained, they are 160, and corresponding to x is equal to 20, it is 248, and corresponding to x is equal to 12, it is 152. Basically this is not 160, this is over here. So we are saying that corresponding to x is equal to 12, we will see that the value of y is 152. You will get the exact value when you will plot these points, and corresponding to x is equal to 20, you will see from the graph that the value is 248. Now in the next question, we are given that there are two scales of measuring the temperature, namely the Fahrenheit and degree Celsius. The relation between the two scales is given by F is equal to 9/5C plus 32. So this is a linear equation in two variables. Variables over here, they are F and C. So we have to find certain values over here. So first is, if the temperature is 0, what is the temperature in degrees Celsius? What is the temperature in Fahrenheit? So what we have to do to find this is, we put C is equal to 0 for this value. The first thing we have to do is, we put C is equal to 0, and we find that the value of F is 32. Now in the second part, we have to do, if the temperature is 50 degree, then we have to find the value of temperature in Fahrenheit. So we put C is equal to 50, and we get the value of F is 122 degree Fahrenheit. Next is, if F is 86, that is the temperature given is 86 degree Fahrenheit, and we have to find the temperature in Celsius. And the next is 0 degree Fahrenheit, and we have to find the temperature in the Celsius scale. So for 86 we find the value of C as 30 degree. So when you substitute this value, you will get it is 9/5C plus 32 is equal to 86. We subtract 32 from both sides, we get 9/5C is equal to 54. So we get C is equal to, we multiply by, on both sides we multiply by 5/9. So we get it is 30 degree Celsius. Similarly for 0 degree Fahrenheit, we will have the value of temperature in Celsius, it is minus 17.8 degrees. Next is, find the numerical value of temperature which is the same in both the scales. We are saying we have to find that value when the temperature on the degree Celsius scale and Fahrenheit scale, they are same. So what it means is, we are talking about when C is equal to F. So we put C is equal to F in this equation, and we get F is equal to 9/5F plus 32. So this is 9/5F plus 32 is equal to F. So what we obtain from this is 9/5F minus F is equal to minus 32. When we subtract these values, we will get 4/5F is equal to minus 32. So the value of F you will get it is minus 32 into 5 by 4, and that is equal to minus 40 degree Celsius, degree Fahrenheit. It is not degree Fahrenheit, it is only Fahrenheit over here. You can say it is degree Fahrenheit. So we are saying that this is the value, that minus 40 degree Celsius, that is equal to minus 40 degree Fahrenheit. So this is the value when both these, this is the numerical value of the temperature at which both the scales have the same value. Next thing we have to draw is the graph of the linear equation F is equal to 9 by 5 C plus 32, and we have to take the degree Celsius along x-axis and degree Fahrenheit along the y-axis, and from this graph we have to find the value of minus 5 degree Celsius in terms of Fahrenheit and 14 degree Fahrenheit in terms of Celsius. So to plot this graph, now we have points with us. We have already calculated the values at C is equal to 0, C is equal to 50. We have all these values. So we draw the table over here. We have already calculated these values. For C is equal to 0, it is F is 32. Next, at C is equal to 10, we are saying the value of F it is 50, and for C is equal to 20, the value of F we have it is 68. So we plot these 3 points 0, 32, 10, 50 and C as 20, 68 on the graph. So what we are saying over here, on the x-axis we have taken the degree Celsius, on the y-axis we have taken the Fahrenheit, degree Fahrenheit. These are the values we have considered on the x-axis, these are the values we have considered on the y-axis, and we plot these points. Then we draw the line over here. So this is basically representing the equation that we have, F is equal to 9 by 5C plus 32. This line is representing this equation, F is equal to 9 by 5C plus 32. Next, what we have to do is we have to calculate the values at minus 5 degree and 14 degree Fahrenheit. So at minus 5 degree, and second we have to calculate is at 14 degree Fahrenheit. This is minus 5 degree Celsius. So corresponding to minus 5 degree Celsius, we have this point D, and you will get the value of Y. Corresponding to this 14 degree Fahrenheit, you will add the value, this E, and you will have the corresponding value of degree Celsius. So what we obtain is that corresponding to minus 5, we have 23 degree Fahrenheit, and corresponding to 14 degree Fahrenheit, we have minus 10 degree Celsius temperature. Similarly, in the next question, again, the two scales of measuring the temperature are given to us. One is the Kelvin scale and second is the degree Fahrenheit scale. So the relation between these two scales is given by F is equal to 9 by 5K minus 273. So we have to draw the graph of this linear equation. So to draw the graph, we have to calculate the values over here. So first point we have put over here, it is K is equal to 273. So for K is equal to 273, this whole term will become 0, and the answer in Fahrenheit scale is 0. So the point we get over here, it is, we are drawing the Kelvin scale on the x-axis. What we are doing, we are drawing the Kelvin scale on the x-axis. So the point we will obtain, it is 273,32. Next, we are substituting K is equal to 283. Why 283? Because we are having Ka minus 273, and in the denominator we are having the term 5. So we want to make this the multiples of 5. To make this multiple of 5, we are taking the next term 10 digits apart. So we obtain it is 283 minus 273. So the answer you will get, it is this value, this will become 10. When these will cancel out, this will become 2, and 9 2 it is 18. So this is the value 50 over here, so it is 283 comma 50. Next is 293 comma 68. The calculations we have shown over here, and the last value we have it is 298 comma 77. Now we have taken 5 units apart. This is 5 units apart, this is 10 units apart. You can, it is up to you that which value you want to take. There is no fixed procedure or fixed formula we have for how we are going to take this value. So we have obtained these values, so we have shown these values graph in the tabular form over here. These are the values we have, and these are the points that we need to plot. So we have shown the graph over here that this is the Kelvin scale on the x-axis. We have taken the Fahrenheit scale on the y-axis, and we have plotted all these points. We have, it is 273 and 32, 283 and 50, 293 and 68, and 298 and 77. We have plotted all these points on this graph, and these are the points that are required. Now in this next question, it is given that the work done by a force applied on a body is directly proportional to the distance traveled by the body. So what directly proportional means? That as the distance, the value of distance will increase, the work done will increase. So basically we are saying work done is directly proportional to the distance traveled by the body. We are writing W is equal to F into X, where F is the constant of proportionality. And next it is given that express this in the form of an equation in two variable taking the constant force as 3 units. So value of F is given to be 3. So the equation we have, it is W is equal to 3x. So it is given work done is directly proportional to the displacement or distance. When we remove this proportionality sign, we get the proportionality constant, and the value of proportionality constant is given to be 3 units. Now what we have to do, we have to express this in the form of an equation. So this is the required equation, that W is equal to 3x. Next thing we have to do is read from the graph the work done when the distance traveled by the body is 0 and 2 units. So what we have to do is we have to draw the graph for this, and we have to see that what is the value of the distance traveled, what is the work done when the distance traveled is 0 units and 2 units. So we substitute different values of x in this equation. We put x is equal to 1, and corresponding value of W will be 3. Similarly for x is equal to 3, 4 and 5, values are 9, 12 and 15, and these are shown in the tabulated form over here, that x corresponding to x is equal to 1, it is 3, value of W is 3, work done is 3, corresponding to a distance 3, the work done is 9. These are shown over here. So the scale we have mentioned over here, that along the x-axis take 10 small divisions is equal to 1 unit, and along the y-axis take 5 small divisions is equal to 1 unit. This is the scale of the graph that we are going to plot. So using these values, these all values, what we have to do, we have to plot these points 1, 3, 3, 9, 9, 12 and 5, 15. So when we plot these points on the graph, we obtain the graph in this form, that on the x-axis we are saying 10 small divisions is equal to 1 unit, and basically it is for the distance traveled. On the y-axis we are representing the work done, and 5 small divisions represent 1 unit. We have plotted these points on the graph. The points that are given to us, that is 1, 3 we have plotted, 3, 9 we have plotted, 4, 12 and 5, 15. These are the points represented over here. Now what we have to see is, from the graph we have to tell when the distance traveled is 0 units and 2 units, what is the value of the work done. So corresponding to the distance traveled 0 units, we have this point origin, and corresponding to the distance traveled 2 units, we have this point over here. We join these 2 points and we obtain the value of work done corresponding to this point, and the answers we will obtain that for x is equal to 0, work done is 0, and for x is equal to 2, the work done is 6 over here. This is the value of work done when x is equal to 2, and this is 0, 0 point is there, and this point is basically 2, 6 we are saying. So we obtain the answer in this form. Now in the next question, it is given that the force exerted to pull a cart is directly proportional to the acceleration produced in the body. So what is given to us now is that force is directly proportional to the acceleration. So when we remove this sign of proportionality, we get constant of proportionality as m. And now what we have to do, express the statement as a linear equation in 2 variables and draw the graph of the same by taking the constant mass equal to 6 kg. So we get F is equal to 6 times A. So this is our required equation in 2 variables. Now what we have to do, we have to draw the graph and we have to find the force when the acceleration is 5 meter per second square and 6 meter per second square. So what kind of answers we are getting from this is, first of all we are calculating the points over here. The calculations we have shown over here. When you will put A is equal to 0, you will get F is equal to 0. When you will put A is equal to 3, you will get F is equal to 18. When you will put A is equal to 4, you will get F is equal to 24. Likewise you will get these points over here. So the points we are interested to plot is 0, 0, 3, 18, 4, 24 and 8, 48. We draw these points and we join these points to obtain a line that will give us the equation of this particular, the graph or the line of this particular equation. So this is shown over here. These points are on the x-axis, we have taken the acceleration. On the y-axis, we have taken the force, and we have plotted these points on the x-axis on this graph. And corresponding to the, what we have to find now is corresponding to the acceleration 5 and 6, we have to find the force. So corresponding to 5 means acceleration 5 is here, acceleration 6 is here. We draw the perpendiculars over here and we draw the perpendiculars on the y-axis, and we obtain 2 points over here. These 2 points we are saying that corresponding to the point on the x-axis 5, we obtain y is 30, and corresponding to acceleration 6, we obtain y is 36. So our final answer becomes, when acceleration is 5 units, the force is 30, and when acceleration is 6 units, the force is 36. Now next we have to plot some simple graphs. So the first graph we have to draw the graph of the equation x is equal to 0. Now we are saying this is our coordinate plane. Now when we are saying x is equal to 0, so what points we have corresponding to x is equal to 0? You put y, the values of y. It may be 1, it may be 2, it may be 3, it may be 4, whatever the value of y is there. We are saying our equation is x is equal to 0. So basically we are saying x is equal to 0 is independent of y. It does not depend upon the value of y. So this means y can take any value, or what we are saying, for any value of y, this equation x is equal to 0 is satisfied. It means this corresponds to the point. If we are writing it is 0, 0, it satisfies this equation. If we are writing 0, 1, it satisfies this equation. If we write 0, 2, it satisfies this equation. 0, 3, it satisfies this equation. So if we plot these points on the coordinate plane, we are saying this is 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 2, 0, 3, 0, -1, 0, -2. So where these points we are obtaining? These points, these all lie on the y axis. So what we mean to say is that this y axis we are talking about, its equation is x is equal to 0, or when x is equal to 0, that represents the y axis. Similarly, if y is equal to 0 is given to us, we say for any value of x, we have y is equal to 0 is satisfied. So the points we obtain in this case, they are over here on the x-axis. The points we obtained, they are 0, 0, 1, 0, -1, 0, 2, 0. All these points are obtained. So it means y is equal to 0. This represents the equation of x-axis, or you can say the equation of x-axis is y is equal to 0. So you must remember these 2 points. These are very important points over here, that when x is equal to 0 is given for a plane, it means it is representing the y-axis, and when y is equal to 0 is given, then it is representing the x-axis. Now the next we have to do is, we have to plot the graph of the equation x is equal to 3. So when we are saying x is equal to 3, in the last case we have talked about x is equal to 0, we say when x is equal to 0, y can take any value. Similarly, when x is equal to 3, y can take any value. So the points now we will have, they will be, suppose I am writing 3, y can take value 0, y can take value 1, y can take value 2, and so on. Similarly, y can take value -1, y can take value -2, and so on. So if I will plot these points, so we are saying it is 3, 0, 3, 1, 3, 2, 3, 3, 3, -1, 3, -2, and when you will draw the line over here, you will get the line in this form. You will get this line in this form. So what kind of line we are getting? It is parallel to y axis at a distance of, how much distance is this? It is 3 units. Similarly, if I am talking about x is equal to -3, so in this case this is the region, in this case this is the region, this is our y-axis. Y-axis has the equation x is equal to 0, x-axis has the equation y is equal to 0, this line has the equation x is equal to 3. Now it is in this direction, we are talking about 3 units we have moved. So this line will have equation x is equal to -3. Why? This point is -3, 0. Next this point is -3, 1. This point is -3, -1. So this line over here, this has the equation x is equal to -3. This line given over here, this will have the equation x is equal to -3. So this is on the left of the origin, and this is on the right hand side of the origin. So same thing is mentioned over here. What we are saying is, the graph of the equation x is equal to 3 is a line parallel to y-axis at a distance of 3 units to the right, and the graph of the equation x is equal to -3 is a line parallel to y-axis at a distance of 3 units to its left. Similarly, in the next case, we are talking about two lines, y is equal to 2 and y is equal to -2, with the similar reasons as we are talking in case of x. Now we are having y is equal to 2. So y is equal to 2 means x can take any values. So this will satisfy when we are saying y is equal to 2. So it will satisfy the points 0, 2, 1, 2, 2, 2, so on, minus 1, 2, minus 2, 2 and so on. So what we obtain is, this is the origin. So this is the point over here, that is we are talking about it is 0, 2. Next this is the point we are saying 1, 2. This is the point 2, 2. Then on the left side it is minus 1, 2. Next point is minus 2, 2. So values of y. So values of y are fixed, that is equal to 2. So this line over here, this is the line parallel to x-axis. So what we say is that when we are talking about y is equal to 0, it represents x-axis. Y is equal to 2 represents a line parallel to x-axis at a distance 2 units above x-axis. Now on the similar lines, what this equation will represent, y is equal to minus 2 will represent, on the similar lines we are saying this is the origin over here, it will represent a line parallel to, this is representing line parallel to x-axis. And what is the distance over here? It is 2 units and it is below the x-axis because this is the line y is equal to minus 2. So we have considered different cases over here. First is x is equal to 0, y is equal to 0, x is equal to a, y is equal to b. For x is equal to 0 we are saying this is y-axis. For y is equal to 0 we are saying this is equation of x-axis. Then we have x is equal to a. For this we have two cases, either a is positive or a is negative. Then b is positive or b is negative. When we are saying x is equal to a, it is the line parallel to y-axis. If it is positive, it is on the right side of the origin, and if it is negative, it is on the left side of the origin at a distance a units from the y-axis. Similarly, when we are talking about y is equal to b, it is the line parallel to x-axis at a distance of b units from the origin, and direction is, if b is positive it is above the x-axis and if b is negative it is below the x-axis.